Here with head coach Kamie Ethridge. Coach, we'll just get your opening thoughts on today's game, and we'll open the floor up for questioning.
Yep. I just thought the better team won tonight. The more aggressive team, the more passionate team. They got the breaks. They got every loose ball. They played with more energy than we did. They got a lot of calls and got to the free throw line, and I think that's just an indication of a more aggressive team with getting downhill kind of mindset. And we just struggled on every phase of the game. We struggled mightily on the offensive end. They rushed us. They got us into ducking our head and turned us over a little bit, and it was a bad night for us offensively.
You mentioned offensively. It seemed, especially in the fourth quarter, you seemed frustrated with your team shot selection. Just what was it in the midst, especially in that second half? It seemed like things kind of went sideways on your squad.
Well, I don't know that I felt good about our offensive selection, shot selection much. I mean, I think I'm going to put in the film and we're going to see we got some pretty good looks. It's one of the unusual games where I thought our guard play didn't get the ball moving very well on the offensive end of the court early in the game. We asked the world of Chanel Molina, and she is so good so much of the time, and she really struggled offensively in the first half, and I think it really put us in a tailspin. But I thought we would bounce back. I thought we would get going in the second half, and I think we had a good little run. I thought we looked at the game and we wanted it easy. We wanted to make one cut and we wanted a shot. We wanted to do one screen and we wanted a shot. And again, credit to them and their defense. They took us out of our rhythm of what we like to do offensively, and we just couldn't put enough points on the board to catch up to them.
And so looking at the statistics from this one, it stands out to me that the biggest discrepancy was in free throws, where they were 14 for 17 and WSU was 2 for 6. Actually, if you took that out, then it's pretty even from the field. So I was wondering whether, do you think that their team were they drawing the fouls more? Was your team, it seemed like throughout the game they were getting more, free throw attempts. Do you think that... what was it an issue with your defense, or was their offense kind of forcing that on you, or what was the?
Well, first off, I would just tell you that 65 points shouldn't be enough to beat you. So I don't look at this defensively and get them getting to the line. I mean, they play a unique style, 5 out. They spread the floor a lot. You want to really stop Malgoza. I thought we made some real bad mistakes in both halves where we came in and tried to help and gave up timely threes. I thought their threes killed us in the first half. We made some mistakes there. But ultimately, even with that, 65 points shouldn't beat you, especially at home. And defensively, they do some different things too. I think they switched a lot. We had some mismatches in the post, but we also have really young post players who aren't quite good enough yet to create space and to create really good make them pay for switches. So, how they played us defensively, they got us out of rhythm. We got switches and we didn't take advantage of it the way we want. Normally, Nell can really read those things and creates really good opportunities. Normally, Bobby gets a lot more points and she can score in those switch situations. And again, they made it really difficult for those two players. And when those two players struggle, it's hard for us to get enough points on the board.
You mentioned the 50-50 balls as well. That seemed apparent in the second half. It seemed Washington was getting to what do you attribute a team just for some reason not quite having that same edge hustle-wise, and how do you correct that in practice? Do you just point at it in film and go, we need to do this better? How do you make that not happen your next time out?
Well, I think that's a culture, and I think we're still trying to get the right culture in our program. I don't think we're built perfectly yet. I think guards are the key to how your team looks and how they attack and how they play. I really put that on point guards. I thought our guard play wasn't good in the 1, 2, 3 spots today. And again, that's hard. That's for us. We're too young in the post. We can't expect them to be the ones bringing energy and bringing passion and bringing maturity, emotional, mental, or physical maturity. We need our older players to do that, and I thought we were weaker than the other team. I thought we got down on ourselves. I thought we got we wanted it easy, and we kind of tanked a little bit. And so that's really concerning. But what I would tell you is I know toughness has grown. I know physical toughness has grown, mental toughness has grown, and we're still in that stage of trying to build our program the right way and to get tougher in those areas. And we're going to keep demanding that, and we're going to keep recruiting that.
Bobby finished 5 of 15 for 10. Could you go into more detail about what they did to really limit her this afternoon?
Well, I think they just had a lot of eyes on Bobby and Nell. I just think when they came off an on ball, they were committed to double teaming it and making sure the ball got out of their hands. I remember, Bobby generally can get by one, and they just had a second defender coming. I thought they flooded ball side, and maybe passes needed to be skipped over, and we couldn't. It's just a defense that we haven't seen a lot. So I think we'll learn a lot from how they guarded us. I think we'll learn a lot to help Nell and Bobby be a little bit better the next time. But you got to take what the defense gives you. And I just think we forced some things. I thought we had 11 turnovers in the first half, or 10, and I thought that set the table for just us not executing the way we needed to and taking what the game gave us.